Today we're going to talk about dating in Germany versus in Vietnam.
From the point of view of two people with very few dating experience.
Yay!
Yes.
The reason why we chose this topic, although we are out of the trenches for like 8 years already, is because we still have friends and family who are out there searching for their true loves. And the story we heard from them are very different when it was in Germany or when it was in Vietnam. And also, according to German boyfriend, we are very good observer as well.
Yeah.
Observer or observer?
Observer.
Okay. So yeah, that's why we want to sit down and talk about it a little bit in our podcast in this episode. Okay, honey. So the first question I would like to know is, where do people meet their partner in Germany? How do they find them?
Well, I guess Germany is a country of hobbies where people have a lot of hobbies.
Okay.
And when you do your hobby, I guess you meet new people. And I think this is where many people met their partners.
That's actually how most of your friends became couple.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true. I mean, like when you're playing chess, you meet maybe someone at a chess competition. When you're a sword fighter, you might meet someone when you're fighting with your sword.
Yep. See, if you live in Germany, join a club. You'll find a partner. In Vietnam, many of my friends found their husband on Facebook because Facebook Vietnam has a dating, what is it called? Profile? A dating function? Yep. So they can just date immediately on Facebook. And because everybody is using Facebook in Vietnam, it's just super easy to reach out to each other. My friends have successfully found someone and get married 2 months later on Facebook, thanks to Facebook.
I think that is something also just working in Vietnam.
Yeah.
But like, I know from those friends, like they had the goal of meeting someone finally and then getting married and then
they did it. And
now they're happily pregnant.
I don't know if they're happily pregnant, but they are pregnant. Okay.
Yeah. At the same time, like I actually have friends who met while sword fighting.
Yeah.
So
no, that's pretty cool. What about Tinder? Do you have any friends who successfully get married thanks to Tinder?
Yeah, also some who met there. I mean, many people are starting to meet on online platforms, I guess.
Like, I mean, if I don't have a hobby, where could I meet someone without going to Tinder? I just don't.
At the club.
There's no. I have never met anyone who actually become couple when meeting each other in a club ever.
But there were many people trying to date at the club.
Yeah.
No.
Or we can also answer the question as well. For us, we met in Vietnam when I was trying to practice English with a German boyfriend. And German boyfriend was a backpacker in Vietnam at that time.
And I thought you wanted to sell me something.
Yeah.
No, it's very
But
cute.
I was selling you a happy future with me, honey.
Yeah. Oh, that's very sweet.
Yep.
Like I still until this day when I'm in Vietnam and I'm at that lake and people come to practice, I always tell them like, be careful. I met my wife here when practicing English.
Is that a warning that you're going to marry them too? Like, be careful. You talk to me. You have to marry me too.
Does it sound like that?
Kind of. Okay. Normally in Germany, who make the first move?
I would say the men.
Still?
I guess also women are doing the first. Yeah, I know some couples where the women did the first move. But like, I don't know. I also like, isn't it mutual most of the time?
No.
Who did the first move of us?
You, of course, honey. You were chasing after me for months. In Vietnam, I think mostly the men are the one who have the first move. I've barely seen any woman who actually approached a man before. Really. It's like a very, I don't know, in our culture, it is not that popular for women to go out. But the thing is, I have to tell you, in Vietnam, women has a lot of choice. Like, I think in Germany as well. I don't know, but like in Vietnam, when you are a woman at the ripe age of 20 and you're looking okay, you would have 20 guys texting you every freaking day. That's what happened with my roommate. My roommate, who was like, by Vietnamese standard, very attractive. Like, I don't know about your standard over there, but like in Vietnam, my roommate was very thin. Also, she know how to cook and she's very gentle. And she have very, very long hair. And she looked super pretty as well. So she was having men chasing her down left and right all the time. And it was pretty interesting to see. Okay, next question. In Germany, normally how long is the dating phase last? After they met each other, they kind of want to be together. I feel like in Germany, the dating period is way, way longer than in Vietnam. In Vietnam, the moment they start dating with each other, they have their kisses and their hugs and everything. They become boyfriend and girlfriend in
They
like
even
2 weeks.
kiss
Yeah, nowadays
on
we
like the
do.
first date.
No, nowadays we kind of do. People are open-minded over there, and they became boyfriends and girlfriends super, super fast, which means 80% of those couple break up anyway. At least from my experience, because they became couples too fast. So they break up very fast as
I
well.
feel like over here that is changing because people don't really want to commit anymore.
Really?
Yeah, so like, I mean, there has to be a reason why that horrible word situationship is everywhere and people are talking about it. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I
like-
think also like in general, like people were also waiting longer until they say they're in a relationship. I remember that like after we finally confessed each other that we more than like each other, then I kind of thought like, yeah, we're in a relationship now.
Yeah, but
And then 1 week later I mentioned that and you were like, we're in a relationship?
I feel like the reality that I have here with German boyfriend friends is that many of them, they don't date anymore. They chose to not date anymore and they're just happily being single. The amount of people who show up and said, I have a girlfriend is so few. In Vietnam at the moment, every 6 months, one of my friends has a partner. Okay, they are living for searching for a partner. They have it as a one of their life purposes, and they are very serious about that. In Germany, for German boyfriend friend, it's like, when it's happened, it happened. They are not having this kind of pressure that they want to have a life partner or something.
Yeah, and they're enjoying their time alone, going on
Yeah.
holiday alone or something.
I don't know. Personally, I would really want to be in a relationship. I do not want to be single at all.
Uyen just came home from being in Vietnam for 20 days and yeah, I can just forward what she just said.
What do you
I
mean?
don't know. You're leaving and I feel like I don't have a purpose anymore.
Right?
I'm seeing nice things. I want to share them with you. I'm doing nice things. I want to share them with you.
It doesn't feel like your life is complete when you go out and see friends or do things anymore because it's like temporary. You're waiting for me for me to go home, right?
Yeah,
Things like
exactly.
that.
Another difference there is, I mean, I mentioned it that I thought we were in a relationship pretty early, and then for Uyen, she was expecting me to say I love you very quick.
Yeah, because I watched too many Korean drama.
No, but that definitely took still some time at that point.
Like 8 months? No.
No.
8 weeks, I would say.
No, it was 1 month later.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember
We became
anymore.
a couple in July, and then we said it in
German boyfriend has 100 ceremony for us, honey.
You mean anniversary?
Yeah, like the first day we met, the first day we kind of become a couple, the first day we are in a relationship, the first day we are saying I love you. It was like so many anniversary, and I kind of forget them all actually. Too many. We still celebrating the first day we met like some years before, but now we just kind of forget it already. Right?
No, that's not true. I still know it.
Oh.
I even wood burned it into her heart so that she can see it.
The thing is, like, we have so many anniversary, you guys. Even without all of that, there's still so many anniversary. So maybe when we have like 10 years of the first day we met, we celebrate it. Okay, what is the next one? Public display. Tell me about that. Tell me about how people do PDA in Germany.
I mean, you can show each other affection in public. There's no problem about it. Yeah, why not? Like when you go to a thermal bath or a public swimming pool, you will be shocked on
How much
public affection you will see.
The amount of couple grinding on each other on the pool are really significant over here. I'm not judging. I'm telling you guys what's happening. What I see is very different is that Germany is one of the when I was in Vietnam, I barely see any couple French kissing ever in public. And in Germany, I saw so many of them. And as a Vietnamese, at the beginning, I was really surprised because I thought it was such a very intimate act. And I think they should close the door to do it. But now I'm very fine with it. I see it all the time and I'm getting used to it.
I remember that actually. Like whenever I came back to Vietnam and I traveled around the whole world and I didn't see you for like 4 months or something. And then you picked me up from the airport and we were needed to drive at least 1 hour with the bus from Neubai airport because it's so much outside. And then
you have to drive with the public bus because we didn't have money to have like a taxi. Although the taxi cost like 10 euros, we didn't have the money. We have to like save the money, so we pay 50 cents or less, like no, 30 cents for a bus fare to go to our very, very dark and cheap hotel. Oh God, that time was...
And whenever I dared to kiss her cheek, she was like, no, not in public. That granny is staring at us. Exactly. She's giving me side eyes.
Exactly. Everybody is staring. When is the appropriate time for a couple to see each other family in Germany? A year?
Well, you need to have decided that you're in a relationship, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, after a couple of months.
A month? I mean, according to...
You mean like to introduce them to your family?
Yeah.
Yeah, some months, I would say.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. Like, it depends a little bit also on the relationship you have with your family.
Let's say like a close family.
Like when you're really close, then you might want to show them earlier.
Ah, okay. In Vietnam, like at least from my experience, we only show it when we plan to marry that person. So we keep your partner in secret until the day you said, okay, I want to marry them next month, and then you bring it to the family. Because it's a pretty serious thing to bring your partner to see your parents in Vietnam. It's not just like, so I don't know. And I think it's a pity because like if I'm a parent, I would really like to know who is my daughter dating right now. And I don't need to know if they want to get married or not. I just want to know that my daughter is safe, dating someone that I can trust. But because of this kind of cultural thing, like I didn't let my parents know about German boyfriend until I was about to move to Germany because it is just not that common to tell my parents things like that. It is not important.
Which is a little bit sad because you're kind of forced to secrecy.
Yeah.
While maybe you would like more to be open about it.
Exactly. Like what if you have a heartbreak and you have to go through that all alone?
But I mean, you didn't keep me secret from all of your family. Like you shared the secret with your sisters.
Yeah, it took like 2 years until they know. Not
I
some
even
months.
met 2 of your sisters before meeting your parents.
What about marriage? How long does it take for someone to decide if they will get married with each other over here?
Definitely longer than in Vietnam.
I don't know, is it just in my friend group, but most of my friends got married less than 6 months of knowing each other. So I don't have any normal experience of couple who date for years and years and then getting married in Vietnam. But over here, it would never happen. They date for years and years and years and years, but they never break up. At least from what we see, none of your friends break up ever, right?
Yeah.
They still together, no divorce, no breakup.
There's none that broke up and then got back together. You're talking about in general.
Yeah, in general, very, very few.
Well, one
okay.
One couple.
Also, I feel like most of your friends have very, very healthy relationship with their partner. Even though they've been with each other for years and years and years, they are still so sweet and so caring and so clingy with each other in public. That I still see in Vietnam, but many of my friends, after they get married, they have quite many marital problems, probably because they get married 6 months after they met each other. But like many of them have marital problems,
but they stay together, right?
Yeah, they always stay together. Divorce is a crazy thing in Vietnam. You don't divorce each other.
Okay, that is actually something I feel like I observed when looking at your friends. Like the Vietnamese boyfriends are really spoiling the girl a lot
During the dating period.
during the dating period. Exactly. Like whatever they want, they get, and like what for everything he pays. And like if she wants to have something in the middle of the night from the other side of the city, she will call him and expects him to deliver it. And they did. And they did. They still broke up at the end, but they did.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I feel like the Vietnamese girlfriend needs to torture the boyfriend because later it will turn the other way around.
I don't know, but like once they get married, it's never like that anymore. In the moment the woman get pregnant, I don't know if my friends are not that lucky, but most of them, the moment when the woman get pregnant, they didn't have the same treatment like when they were dating anymore. And I must say that kind of thing didn't happen that often in Germany. Like I saw that the relationship of a couple in Germany didn't change much during the dating time, and then after they get married, and even after they have a kids, they are still pretty nice and civilized and happy together.
Yeah, they're trying to have everything fair.
Yeah.
Like he's doing nice things for her, she's doing nice things for him.
Well, the thing is, you have to see it from a cultural point of view of Vietnam. The woman is expected to do a lot of stuff. Once the woman is expected to take care of the household, which means that she has to take care of the child mostly. And nowadays, in a modern time, Vietnamese woman has career, have job, and have everything, and still they have to juggle being a kind of a full-time mom as well. So of course, it's a lot of pressure on the woman, and the man is not expected to help in the society at all. Like if he doesn't help, it's fine. Nobody would say that he's a bad father or something. Not nobody, but people wouldn't say that he's a bad father. But if the woman didn't put on 100% of her energy, then she's a bad mom. So that's why I think it creates a lot of tension in a relationship. Also, during dating time in Germany, who's paying, honey?
Everyone is paying.
Like 50-50?
I think usually people are paying for their own stuff. And then, yeah, of course, at one point you might invite the partner because you want to do something nice for them. But I don't think you're expected to act like that.
Yeah.
Just because you're the man. And I just find it fair. Like I would like to, for example, like when we were dating, we were both kind of broke and poor.
But you broke in a different way that I'm broke.
Of course, but I also needed to pay like expensive flight tickets and things like that. And I remember that I was a little bit worried about you being like expecting that when we are going on our first trip, I will just pay for literally everything. And I just wanted to give you a heads up in advance that I'm not that rich that I can pay for everything. And then you suggested.
But did you say that ever?
Yeah, I said that, and I didn't have a problem saying that. I mean, I didn't want you to expect there to be the rich white Westerner coming there in a Cinderella movie way or something.
So you were afraid of gold digger, although you have no goals for me to dig?
No,
are you afraid of me being a gold digger
No,
and
not
being
really.
disappointed with you having no goal?
Not really. Not really. I just didn't want to disappoint expectations.
Aww.
And yeah. And then later, of course, I paid for things, and like because as you said, like we were broke on a different level, and I'm happy to sometimes pay for my partner. I would just feel really, I don't know, treated unfair if my partner would expect me right from the beginning to be always paying. Do you get the difference?
Yeah, but in Vietnam, I think it's kind of fair for the man to pay for the woman, given the fact by how she get treated the moment they get married anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if she have to take care of the child all the time, she have to take care of the household, cooking and stuff, and still expected to work, I would expect the man to at least pay for that.
I can completely relate to that. I just feel like it's not enough. I mean, that is not compensating for what happens later. And I sometimes felt like some girls were like, okay, I need to enjoy this now as long as it lasts.
How do people express love over here as couple?
By words and by actions? I don't know.
It's so funny because I feel like the word I love you in Vietnam is something that is pretty hard to say. Like even
Hmm.
as couple, it just we have other word that is less strong like the word love because I don't know, I love you sound very, very strong in Vietnam, but we say it quite rarely. But we show it by action, cooking for each other, taking care of each other, buying gifts and things like that.
What about flirting in Vietnam?
I have no clue, never flirt before.
And people don't do it, or what?
How do I know? I've never flirted before, and I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I have never got anyone who flirted with me before until
No, but
German boyfriend came.
I mean, you've been to bars and clubs. Did you see someone flirting there?
Okay, honey, I honestly have nothing to say about flirting because that's something I don't really pay attention to or notice to. If you have anything to say about that, I am happy to listen.
I don't know. I just know that the Germans are flirting too subtle for many other countries, and
I
that some Latina women, for example, already got into problems because they're smiling at people, and then other people were thinking that they're flirting.
You see, in Germany, if you smile to strangers, they would think that you flirt with them.
Yeah, like
Maybe.
when you do it out of the blue without even talking to them,
The
then
danger of living in Germany, you just want to be nice and smile with strangers, and they think you are flirting with them.
yeah, maybe some people are in relationships today just because they flirted in the right
Honey,
or
I
wrong
have
moment.
smiled with like 100 guys over here, and they actually smile back to me. Now I'm worried. Like, sometimes we look at each other and we smile, and now I'm worried for them.
Mm,
What did I give
maybe you
them?
broke some hearts there.
Damn, did I give them the wrong signals? Damn it. But I heard that there was this German stare in the clubs when they like someone and they just like stare at each other like that. And then
Yeah, trying to make eye contact. Yeah,
well, but you guys seem pretty awkward. How could you guys find couples over here? How could you guys find partners
I
over
don't
here?
know. Somehow we managed to reproduce.
Wow, exactly. In Vietnam,
Oh,
we
by the way, I thought about that before. Like, I actually know some grandparents of, of friends of mine who met each other in public transport, like on the train.
and then they just stare at each other.
Maybe, I don't know.
How could you find a partner in public transport over here? Public transport is the most unromantic things in Germany.
Yeah, but you
It
have a lot
is.
of time when the Deutsche Bahn is delayed again.
I never talked to anyone on the public transport ever. This is one place in Germany that nobody want to make conversation with strangers.
Yeah, that is true.
Like if you talk to strangers in public transport, they think you're crazy because there's so many crazy people there who do that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, apparently that was different in the old times
Mm.
when people were chit-chatting.
What about breaking up, honey?
There's those breakups, there's those breaks up.
I
I
have to
don't
tell
know.
you,
I
like
don't think you can
90% of
say
the
it.
breakup I saw in Vietnam, they will never be friends with each other. They disappear from each other's life and they try to not see each other. They try to avoid each other. But only when I moved to Germany and like making friends with like Western people, I see that there are people who break up with each other and still can be friends with each other, being civilized and like talk to each other, asking each other how they are, how are they, and things like that.
I would also say like it's 50-50.
Right? 50-50 is a very high number. Crazy, right?
Hmm.
I don't know.
Some people even have mutual exes and use it as a reason to talk about it or gossip about it.
But they have to be so mature and also like so empathetic to be able to do that, I think.
Hmm.
Because I really don't hope we will not break up in the future. But like, if something happened, I don't think I could be able to see your face ever again. It's too hurt. And I'm petty as well. So I would like jump on your face and things like that.
Now imagine me, your face is everywhere.
Oh, you have to. I mean, you don't use social media anyway, so it's not like it's a big things for you.
No. Maybe we just don't break up.
We don't break up, honey. We
Thank
don't
you.
break up. We will not break up. What about cheating over here? Is it happen frequently? Have you ever know any couple that ever cheat?
It's, I don't know, I didn't see it much. And it was always a big mess. I don't know.
the thing about cheating in Germany is that I think it's a good thing.
Cheating in Germany is a good
Cheating is
thing.
not a good thing, but the way how people cheating is like if a couple, if like one person in a couple cheat, and then the new breakout, and then the whole social the circle of friends knew that the person who cheat would be the one who suffer. Of course, the person who cheated on is suffering, but the person who cheat, like their circle of friends, would condemn that behavior. Like some of them would not. Okay, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. I will support the person who got cheated on and everything. You're not a good person. You should have a good look at yourself and things like that. I have saw many people cheated in Vietnam, in my experience, in my life. Cheating is a very normal thing in my experience of life. I'm not saying that it's like everybody in Vietnam, but like for me, I was unfortunate to experience and see a lot of cheating happening. And normally, the one who got cheated on suffer, and they don't even dare to tell that to people because it's like embarrassing for them that they get cheated on. And the one who cheat is just, they are old men, okay? And they are like, I'm a man. I'm allowed to cheat. Like, what are you expecting? And the woman always
That's what other women say.
Yeah.
Like, he's a man. What do you
Exactly.
expect?
He's a man. What are you expecting? Keep your husband in line. Like, it's your fault that he's going out with other women. You should entertain him more. It's always the woman's fault. And I hate that. And those men who cheat on, like, his friends never condemned him or everything. They kind of like praise him for like, oh, you can juggle two women at the same time. That I don't like at all.
Yeah, agree.
But
and I have to agree with your perspective on Germany because, like,
yeah,
I definitely feel like it is that way. And I remember some occasions where people were not behaving like that, and I judged it.
Exactly. Like
they didn't condemn the person who was the cheater, so I was like, how can they?
Exactly. Okay, so I think we are getting to the end of our podcast. By the way, it is called Culture Cuddles. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before.
Yeah, go and give us a like, subscribe, social media thing.
Okay, like and do
follow us.
Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Culture Cuddles is produced by Yilmaz Hummel for Uyen Ninh and her German husband-to-be. This episode was produced by Niklas Stündel and Freak Sitter. To submit your own story for the podcast, go to culturecuddles.com.